Are you feeling like the whole world is against you? Are you feeling like nothing is working in your life? Are you feeling like things are just not going your way? If you are, stick around, because it's time to talk to yourself. Peace and love. My name is Urcelph, and I would like to welcome everyone to another video. If you like anything that you hear, please hit the like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. I'm once again at the park in Houston, Texas, feeling amazing, feeling great. Had to get outside. Man, life is really, really good. But I want to talk about something because there was a time where life wasn't too good. And I'm sure a lot of people can really relate to a lot of the things I'm going to discuss in this video, because we all have dealt with mental health problems and, having the belief that the entire world is against us, or feeling like nothing is working out for us. Everything is hopeless. Everything is just in disarray. Like we don't have any type of control over our lives. And then the type of world that we live in today is so much negativity, so much hate, so much, just venom and poison being directed at each other, that it really starts to feel like everything is hopeless. And trust me, if anyone understands that, it's me. Because 28 years, I've dealt with a lot of mental trauma. I tell people all the time, I've never really dealt with any type of physical obstacles in my life. The obstacles that I have faced have all been self-inflicted, self-imposed, which why the name Urcelph is so perfect for me, because essentially it all goes back to self. We can blame other people. We can look at other people and say, it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault. But ultimately, everything begins and ends with us and our decision making and things that are going on in our lives. And so one thing that helped me out, because it was like a month ago, I was in a real dark place. I had just left my job, left Amazon. And though I was happy, it wasn't about leaving Amazon. I had gotten into a car crash, 2 car crashes. One on December 9th of last year, 2019, where I completely wrecked my car, completely totaled it. And on January the 3rd, which was last month, got into another car crash. I was driving, got hit in the driver's side out of nowhere. Girl ran the red light, and I'm not mad at her. It is what it is, but it's just crazy how things just happen. And for a while I was okay. For a couple of days I was like, okay, it's just a sign that it's time for me to finally do all the things that I had been talking about doing anyway. But then all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It's like the light bulb just went out in my mind, and I just went into this deep, dark, I don't want to use the word depression, because I feel like that word gets thrown around a lot. But, if you want to call it depression, that's fine. But I just went into a dark place. Let's just call it that. And I've been in a dark place before. This time, something was different. It felt like I was really hopeless, like more so than I ever felt before, to the point where, in the past, it felt like, okay, this is temporary. It sucks right now, but I'll bounce back and I'll be okay. But this time, it really felt like I was trapped, like a prisoner. Like, no matter where, how people who are incarcerated, no matter where they turn, they're still inside a cell. And can turn north, south, east, west. They're still in a cage. And that's how I felt, even though I was at home, free. Great family supporting me, amazing friends. But for some reason, I just was in a dark, dark place. And it was terrible. I'm trying to think of a word. It was just insane. Like, it really was. And I really thought that, man, maybe I'm just, I started to think, am I just meant to be like this the rest of my life? Am I meant to just be this person who I feel like I have talent, I have something to offer the world? I think we all do. I think everyone on this planet has something to give to this world. I think everyone, doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter what religion you are, doesn't even matter what race you are. I think everyone on this planet has something to offer to this world. I really believe that. But it's like, man, is this it? Like, am I just going to live a life of, in this cage, in this prison, this mental prison, and just be a prisoner of the rest of my life of fear and procrastination, just all these different things. I read all the self-help books I can possibly read. I read scriptures in the Bible, read the Quran. I'm just like, I'm trying everything. And nothing seems to be working. Nothing seems to be permanent, at least. Because I will have temporary happiness. Where I'd be happy, I'd be like, okay, things are going well. And all of a sudden, it's like something just clicked off in my mind. It's like, nope, something's wrong. It's like it's too good to be true. Like something just can't be this good. It has to be a problem. It has to be something wrong going on with the world. Is that the Bud Light truck? Okay. I'm at the park right now. They doing something out here, but it's all cool. It's a beautiful day, Saturday. Get out the house, man. That's something I recommend because it's a beautiful day. But it really, I started to question things like, is this it? Am I just going to live in hell? Because I don't believe that, everyone has different beliefs. I don't believe that you have to die to go to heaven or hell. I believe that those things are states of consciousness that you can experience on this earth. I don't feel like a person has to die to go to heaven. I feel like heaven is a state of mind. It doesn't mean that everything in your life is perfect, but it means that you are enjoying your life. You're creating your best life. You're in harmony with your best self. You're aligning yourself with your best self, and you're making the most of every day. You're feeling great. It doesn't mean that everything is perfect, but you have the belief that, I'm making things happen. I'm making my life. I'm creating my life. I'm using the power that was instilled within me to create a better life for myself. But hell, of course, is the opposite, where you feel like you're just depressed, you're sad, you're stressed, and a lot of times you don't even know why. And unfortunately, a lot of people today, especially children, really deal with these mental issues. And I don't feel like enough is being done to really, really discuss these things and to really prevent. Of course, you can't prevent everything, but at least put a vice grip on and put some type of barrier around protecting children from mental instability, because it's tough. So I was really going through that. And man, it took me a while, but I finally woke up out of it. And I will admit, one of the things that really woke me up, Kobe Bryant's passing. Rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, Gianna, and everyone else who passed away that day. It was something about his passing that really woke me up. Like literally, because I was actually asleep when it happened. And I woke up out of my sleep thinking, okay, this is a bad dream. This isn't real. Kobe Bryant is not. This is the Black Mamba. The Black Mamba cannot pass away. At least not this early, right? Because everyone eventually is going to perish, but not this early. And Lord behold, it was true. And it was something about his passing. And it's like something just clicked back on in my brain. Because of course people pass away every single day. So we don't want to just use a celebrity's passing as like the metric for life, because we understand that at any given moment, anyone could pass away. But it was something about me having my near-death experience alongside seeing that this man who's worth all this money, because a lot of times we think money is going to save us. Like, if I have a bunch of money, no. Eventually, all of us are going to leave this planet. All of us are having this temporary experience. Everyone is. Some people's experience is longer than others, but the truth of the matter is, one thing that connects everyone is that we're all going to pass away. But it was something about his passing that really woke me up like, man, at any moment, I could die. And the reason why that's important is because I don't think we really understand how at any moment we could pass away. Like we say, you could die at any moment, but do we really understand that at any moment, even as you're watching this video, it sucks to say, but you could die like within the next few seconds. Like life is that fragile. So that really woke me up to say, you know what, man? I had to have that conversation like, self, what's going on? It's time for you to start appreciating life. Because I don't think we really appreciate life as much as we should. And when that happened, and even though Kobe's passing and his daughter and everything was very unfortunate, there is one good thing that came out of it. I believe that's always a positive that can be extracted even from something tragic. And that's the appreciation that, man, I'm still alive. What am I complaining about? Life is short. And again, we always say that, but I don't think we really understand that life really is short. We're not really here for that long. Even if for someone who lives to be 50 and 60, life really isn't that long, because you spend a lot of time sleeping. You spend a lot of time working for other people. So how much time do we really spend living our best lives? I mean, we exist, but how many people can honestly say they feel alive? You know what I mean? Like, we all are living, but do we feel alive? And it was something about his passing that really woke me up. And I started to just really appreciate life. One thing I did, and it was actually instantly, was I started to write in my journal. And I highly recommend everyone, that you try this. It may not work for you, but it's something that definitely helped me out. Write down all the things that you're grateful for. Just everything. Your family, friends, all these different things. Write down all the things that you're grateful for. Now, no matter what you're grateful for, you can be grateful for your family, your friends, your job, you have a nice house, all that's cool. But the one thing that I wrote down that I was grateful for was the air that I'm breathing right now. Because it doesn't matter what's going on in life. If you are alive, that's enough for you to be grateful, man. Seriously. It doesn't matter how bad it looks, because think about it. Let's keep it all the way real. A lot of the problems that we have are bad, but they can always be worse. Have you seen some of the things going on in the news across the world? It's like, well, life is challenging, but at least I'm not dealing with that. Find something to be appreciative about. The main thing is the fact that you are drawing air into your lungs, man. You are alive. Like, seriously, it's an accomplishment. Like, I walked home from the park. I had to thank God just the fact that I made it here, because life is so fragile. Just a trip to the corner store could land you in the morgue. Seriously. So I started to really just appreciate life and appreciate the present moment. And one thing I highly recommend, I'm going to touch on this a lot more in future videos, is meditation, man. Meditation is one of the greatest things ever invented. It's something that's been around for thousands of years. Even if you read the Bible, it talks about meditation. It's older than old. I highly recommend. And I know some people, and I used to think this too, they think, oh, when you meditate, you're trying to stop your thoughts. No, you're not trying to stop your thoughts. If anything, you become aware of the thoughts that are entering into your mind. Because those thoughts are nothing more than really a collection of all the things you've experienced. And your mind will definitely play tricks on you. It does a lot. It does it a lot. The mind is very intelligent, but you are not your mind. I'll say that again. The mind is very intelligent. It's the most beautiful. I call it the most beautiful tragedy in the world, because it's beautiful if you can understand how it works, but it's a tragedy if you don't. And the mind will literally trap you and cage you, but you are not your mind. You see my body, my physical frame? I thought about it like this. Kobe Bryant passed away. You know what happened? He retired his jersey. His jersey was the physical frame that he was in. And then he transitioned and he went to the next realm. So even though his body passed away, his body perished, of course, that's going to happen to everyone, his spirit lives on. Listen to all the interviews that he did, and you're like, man, Kobe Bryant's still here. Your family members, anyone who's passed away, they're still here. They're not gone. You can still hear their voice. Think about how powerful the mind is. Even if someone has passed away, you can still hear their voice in your head. You can still see them with your eyes. How is that possible? Because we are that intelligent. The mind is that great, but at the same time, it's a prison if you don't understand how it works. And I'm just now starting to understand. I'm going to touch more on it in future videos. But I look at it like he retired his jersey. He retired his jersey, and it was time for him to leave the court. And I'm not talking about the basketball court. I'm talking about this game of life. And unfortunately, his daughter as well, and everyone else. So one day, that's all going to happen. One day, we're all going to have to hang up our jersey. And our jersey number, to me, is however old you were when you passed away. So if you pass away at 50, your jersey number is 50. That's how I see, that's how I see it. But man, just appreciate life. I know it's something that sounds so cliche, but it's like the simplest, because see, that's what it is. We are so convinced that it has to be this great secret. How do I become happy? And I feel like one of the best things to do is just to appreciate the fact that you are alive. Appreciate the fact that you are even breathing air. Oh, this, I'm using my tripod right now. We just getting started. So eventually, I'm going to get all the best equipment. But, man, just appreciate life, man. Like, seriously. Like, even right now, just, even if you got to stop this video, that's fine. Just look around and just say, man, I really am here. I'm right here. I'm here. And that's what meditation is all about. It's about bringing you into the present moment. Yeah, you have things that happen in the past and, things like that. But if you think about it, all we really have is right now. That's it. The future doesn't even exist. The future is literally being created in the present moment. The past doesn't even, the past happened, of course, but you can't go back and change anything that's happened. And I'm going to touch on this in future videos, but it's just like one reason why I think we stress so much is because we try to go back in time and change something that can't be changed. You can't change what you've done, but you can change what you become. You can't change anything that happened, but you can change your future right now. So just bring yourself to the present moment. In meditation, doesn't have to be no 30, 40 minutes. It could just literally be 5 minutes of just concentrated breathing. Just, I'm right here. I'm not in the past. I'm not in the you see how the mind will take you to the past, take you to the future, but you're here. So when you realize that, and that's what helped me out, when I realized that I'm right here in this present moment, even as I'm speaking, looking right into this camera. I'm not 20 years ago or 20 years from now. I'm right here. You are as well. So let's start to really just appreciate life, man. That's one thing that helped me out so much and really climb out of that pit of hopelessness and misery that I was in, was just to appreciate life, man. If you need more motivation, go to a graveyard. Seriously, look at the news. Like, bruh, life is challenging, but it ain't that bad if you really think about it, if you start comparing it to other people. And then, I'm not trying to say, we shouldn't be in the business of, comparing our lives, but it's like, man, it can always be worse. That's the thing that gets me. It can always be worse. At least I'm not dead in a hearse. You know what I mean? At least I'm alive. At least I can say that I'm here. Like, I can, and plus, if I'm alive, that means I can do something about whatever I'm stressing about, whatever the situation is, and you can as well. So I just wanted to throw that out there, man. Appreciate your life. Man, okay, the wind is blowing, so it's all cool. I ain't gonna cut nothing out. This is real time right here. But, just appreciate life, man. Appreciate what you have. You have life. It's a gift. Appreciate that, because at any moment it could be gone. Seriously, we need to start understanding that. And I think if we just start to appreciate what we have now, because I'm gonna leave you on this. One reason why I think, this is my philosophy. You can't get the life you want until you appreciate the life that you have. Okay? We all have a life that we dream about, the nice car, the nice house, the nice job, entrepreneur, a bunch of money, all these different things. We all, by default, we all pretty much have those same type of visions and things like that. Be financially free and things like that. That's cool. But I believe, and I'm starting to believe now, and it's helped me out, and I think, I recommend that you try it. You can't get the life that you want until you appreciate the life that you have now. You can't get the life that you want until you appreciate the life that you have right now. One book I recommend that you all buy is a book called The Power of Now, or A New Earth. Both of them by the same author. His name is Eckhart Tolle. I think that's how you pronounce his first name. Look it up. Those are two books that definitely helped me out. The Power of Now and A New Earth. Those are two amazing books. And I'm going to recommend more books as time goes on. I'm going to do some book reviews and things like that. And let me know what any books that you read that you may have, that have helped you out with mental instability and things like that. Because, again, we're all here to help each other out and try to make make ourselves great, but at the same time, help each other out. You see someone down, don't kick them down further. Lift that person up. Now, that's my mentality now. So, again, my name is Urcelph. I appreciate everyone who's took the time out to watch these. What's that, 20 minutes? If you made it to the end, I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I think I'm like at 81. So please tell your family and friends to hit the like and subscribe button. And, you know, they don't necessarily have to, you know, just shoot them one of my videos one day just to see what they say. You know, I would appreciate it. But again, man, peace and love to everyone. Make yourself great all across the world. We're going to take this thing worldwide. It's about everyone. Let's be great. Let's be passionate. Let's be extraordinary. Let's be legendary, and let's do what's necessary. Appreciate everyone. Make yourself great. Peace and love. I'll see y'all next time.